Hi, I'm Ken with Happy Cow, and I'm here with Robin Quivers. And
Hello.
you may know her from the Howard Stern show. She actually is a vegan. And how long have you been vegan, Robin?
I turned vegan in 2007.
2007. Okay, terrific. What made you decide to go vegan?
It was really health issues at that time. I was having a lot of chronic problems, and I didn't want them to become permanent problems. And one of my friends in the health profession told me veganism was the way to go.
Yes,
and
yes.
she was absolutely right. Everything reversed.
Now, you had a health scare. You had cancer, didn't you? And
Yes, I did.
and what did you? How did you change your diet? How did you change your vegan diet to sort of help you through that situation in your life?
Well, actually, I had to go more vegetarian when I was going through treatment because it is so debilitating. And now I'm just being very, very judicious about making it all vegetables and not starches and refined or processed foods.
Have you had any problems with veganism at all?
Yes, the problem with veganism is that when you practice this lifestyle and you travel, you have trouble finding vegan food.
Have you used Happy Cow before?
I have used Happy Cow before.
Makes it a lot easier, huh?
Absolutely. It's a great reference point when you're going to a new city.
What would you recommend to people at VegFest who are not vegan yet? What would you recommend for them to become vegan eventually?
Well, more education certainly helps. You know, when you discover what the food industry is actually doing to you, how they treat animals, and all of those scares, you know, those health scares, the salmonella outbreaks and so forth, we're not involved when those things happen. You know, the poor meat eaters are out there wondering if they're going to die because there's been more contamination. The problem is that they make so much mess, they sometimes mess up the vegetables too.
Right.
And they want to blame us. But yeah, I think that if you understand that your health is at stake, and the quality of your life is at stake, and your happiness even is at stake, I think it makes a difference.
Yeah. What are your favorite restaurants in the world? Do you have a favorite top vegan restaurant in the entire world?
118 Degrees. It's in Orlando, Florida. I think that's a wonderful one. And of course, I love Candle Cafe in New York. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think those would be my two tops. Yeah, I have Pure Food and Wine, of course.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Can you talk a little bit about your book?
Yes, there's stories in there about my journey to becoming a vegan and my discovery that cooking is a wonderful thing to do. It's a bonding thing. It's a self-nurturing thing. It's a really beautiful thing to feed and nourish people. And I love to have people come to my home and cook for them now.
If you would recommend one recipe in your book, which recipe would it be?
Geez, on the holidays, everybody loves stuffing. The stuffing recipe in my book, I would put up against any stuffing recipe anywhere. It doesn't matter that it's vegan, it is just delicious.
For those out there who ask about Howard Stern and his veganism, we know he's talked a lot about eating meat and how disgusting it is.
Yeah.
So how far along is he on his vegan journey?
He is now only eating fish.
Okay, great.
As an animal product. He gave up, he used to be, he gave up the red meat a long time ago, and then he was eating poultry and so forth, but now he only eats fish, and he wishes he could give that up. So he's on his way.
Right. And what have you said to him about fish that might have made him a little uncomfortable eating fish? Have you told him anything or educated him?
He just admires what I've done. And he sees what it's done for me. And his love of animals has increased over the years as he married Beth, and she's a real animal lover. And he now has become so compassionate where animals are concerned. He really does grapple with how do I get my protein and where it's going to come from.
Yeah, that's great that he's gone that far.
Yeah.
And that's great how far you've come. Now, as far as the cancer goes, you are in remission.
I am in remission. I'm basically cancer-free and have been now for 2 years since I was
Fantastic.
diagnosed. And everything's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Robin. This is Robin Quivers from the Howard Stern Show. I'm Ken from Happy Cow. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye-bye.
The Healthy Eating and Living Guide. Happy Cow.